Julie Chrisley becomes card shark in prison. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Julie Chrisley, 52, rose to fame for participating in the hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best. She has been married to her husband, Todd, since 1996. The reality TV show followed the close-knit family and their lavish lifestyle. The Chrisleys portrayed themselves as real estate tycoons when, in reality, they were committing a bank fraud scheme and defrauding the American government through tax evasion. Julie and her husband were found guilty in June 2022 and sentenced to prison. So how is the reality star settling into her prison sentence? Keep reading to find out. Julie Chrisley convicted of fraud. Chrisley Knows Best followed Julie Chrisley and her family as they lived a lavish lifestyle in Atlanta, GA, and Nashville, TN. At the height of its popularity, the show had over 2 million viewers and spawned multiple spin-off shows. However, things took a turn in 2022 when the show was renewed for its 10th season. It came to light that Julie and her husband, Todd, had been committing bank fraud and tax evasion. Julie and her husband defrauded banks of more than $30 million in fraudulent loans. They went through a very public trial and were eventually found guilty. Julie Chrisley reported to serve her 7-year prison sentence on January 17, 2023. Chrisley appealed her case and was granted an appeal. However, she was resentenced to the same 84 months she had received in her first trial. Fans have been eager to keep up with Julie as she serves her time at FMC Lexington in Kentucky. Julie's daughter Savannah often offers glimpses into her parents' current situation on her podcast, Unlocked. Julie's daughter Savannah Chrisley recently had a former inmate of FMC Lexington on her podcast, who offered an inside look at Julie Chrisley's daily life in prison. Savannah was joined by Sharita Mona, who served 8 months alongside Savannah's mother, Julie. Julie Chrisley settles into prison. Sharita Mona recalled one of her first encounters with Julie Chrisley after she turned herself in. She said Julie smiled, but you could tell she was in deep thought, she shared. She was thinking about getting where she had to go, and a few people spoke to her, but she was to her, she was by herself and kinda just with herself. She was real quiet. Julie soon settled into her new reality. Sharita Mona referred to Julie Chrisley as a little card shark. She explained she was playing cards, and so she played cards with some girls I was friends with, and they said, "Oh, we gotta introduce you to Julie." And so we spoke, but they were, like, deep into their game. Sharita explained that a few weeks later, she and Julie began to work together, and they connected on a deeper level. Sharita offered an insight into Julie Chrisley's state of mind while in prison. She said, "She's worried about you all. She loves you all. You are her world." Savannah Chrisley confirmed that her mother has always been super present for her and her siblings. She continued that they never had to doubt if their mom would show up for them. During the episode of Unlocked, Savannah received a call from Julie. She expressed to her daughter that she was happy she was able to connect with Sharita Mona, and the mother exchanged I love yous with her daughter and let her know she would reach out the next day. Once known for her role as a doting matriarch on the reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, has taken an unexpected turn during her time behind bars. While serving her sentence for financial crimes, Chrisley has embraced a surprising new identity, that of a card shark. In a remarkable twist of fate, Julie has discovered a hidden talent for competitive card games, reinventing herself in a way that no one could have predicted. As she adapts to life behind bars, her growing reputation as a skilled and strategic card player has become the talk of the prison. But how did the glamorous reality TV star, known for her high-end lifestyle, come to dominate the card tables of the correctional facility? And what does her transformation say about resilience, adaptation, and the human ability to reinvent oneself, even in the most challenging circumstances? Section 1. The Fall from Grace. Julie Chrisley's fall from reality TV stardom to a prison sentence was a public spectacle. As part of the Chrisley family, her life had been under the microscope for years. The show, which chronicled the lavish lifestyle of the Chrisley family, painted Julie as a loving wife and mother with a penchant for high fashion and impeccable taste. However, the family's financial troubles, which had been hidden behind the curtains of their TV show persona, came to light in a major way. In 2019, Julie and her husband, Todd Chrisley, were charged with multiple counts of tax evasion, wire fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the government. Their sentencing shocked fans and observers alike, especially given the high-profile nature of the case. Julie was sentenced to prison, and suddenly, the life she had known, a life filled with glamour, trips to expensive resorts, and designer wardrobes, was no more. Section 2. Life Behind Bars. When Julie Chrisley entered the Federal Correctional Facility, she was faced with a harsh and unfamiliar reality. The world she had once known, of red carpets, cameras, and luxury, was replaced with the stark reality of prison life. At first, the transition was overwhelming. Julie had to navigate the rigid hierarchy of prison, the loss of privacy, and the absence of the comforts she had once taken for granted. However, as time passed, Julie found herself adapting to the new environment. She discovered that survival behind bars required more than just physical strength or toughness. It demanded mental agility, resilience, and a strategic mindset. One day, while participating in recreational activities, Julie was introduced to a game of cards. It was a simple pastime for most inmates. Spades, poker, and hearts were common games played in the common areas of the prison. But for Julie, something clicked. Section 3. The Emergence of a Card Shark. It didn't take long for Julie to become known as a formidable player at the card table. She wasn't the loudest or most brash player, traits often associated with the stereotypical image of a prison game master. Instead, she relied on her quiet observation skills, the ability to read people, and her newfound talent for strategy. Julie quickly realized that cards were not just about luck. They were about psychology, timing, and knowing when to make a move. As word spread of her growing success, other inmates began to take notice. Julie's poker face was impenetrable. She would win hands that no one expected her to win, and she was able to bluff with the best of them. Her calm demeanor at the table allowed her to manipulate situations and emerge victorious in games that had once seemed out of her reach. It was just a way to pass the time. But soon, Julie became more than just a participant. She was a competitor. She joined tournaments and challenged other top players, often coming out on top. The term card shark began to be used, and Julie's reputation as a master strategist grew. Section 4. The Psychological Benefits of Card Games. While the success at the card tables was thrilling, Julie also discovered deeper benefits from her new hobby. Card games, after all, require an intense level of concentration. They engage the mind in a way that not only helps pass the time, but also provides a sense of accomplishment and purpose. In a place where boredom and anxiety can be overwhelming, Julie found solace and focus in the complex world of cards. Moreover, card games are social events. They bring people together, and Julie's involvement in these games helped her form bonds with other inmates. In a setting where trust and camaraderie are often in short supply, Julie's skill and kindness at the table allowed her to connect with people from all walks of life. The card games provided a sense of agency in a place where inmates often feel powerless. They offered Julie an opportunity to assert control in an environment that was structured to strip it away. Section 5. The Media Attention and Public Perception. As Julie's reputation as a card shark grew, it didn't take long for the media to catch wind of her transformation. Journalists and fans began speculating about her time in prison, with some wondering how her newfound hobby might affect her public image. Was this simply a way for Julie to cope with the harsh realities of prison life, or was there something more to her new identity? Julie's family, particularly her children, expressed pride in their mother's ability to adapt to such an extreme change in circumstances. Todd Chrisley, who had been fiercely supportive of Julie throughout their legal battles, reportedly found comfort in knowing that Julie had found a way to thrive in the face of adversity. Many fans were taken by surprise. The idea of Julie Chrisley, a woman who had once been synonymous with luxury and high society, becoming a card-playing strategist in prison, was a far cry from the glamorous life she had once led. Yet this unexpected evolution had a kind of universal appeal. Julie's story became one of redemption, reinvention, and the strength of the human spirit. Section 6. Lessons learned and the road ahead. For Julie, the experience in prison has been transformative. She's learned that even in the most difficult circumstances, there is always room for reinvention. The skills she developed at the card table, focus, patience, and the ability to read people, have served her well, both in prison and in her personal life. As Julie Chrisley's time in prison continues, there's no doubt that her story will continue to evolve. Will she eventually make a return to television, perhaps with a story of resilience and reinvention to tell? Or will she continue to focus on the quiet satisfaction of her newfound passion for card games? Only time will tell. A new identity in an unexpected place. Julie Chrisley's journey from reality TV star to prison inmate, and now card shark, is a tale of unexpected transformation. Her ability to reinvent herself and find new purpose behind bars speaks to the resilience of the human spirit. Whether or not she emerges from prison with a new career in the world of competitive card games, one thing is certain. Julie Chrisley has proven that no matter where life takes you, there is always an opportunity for reinvention. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.